In Ottawa tonight. Well, Canadians brace themselves for the possibility of major cuts in the federal government's next budget. The golf industry is looking for tax breaks. That's right, the golf industry. The CBC's Lori Graham has more on that story from Ottawa.
When it's below zero and the golf course is snowed under, this is the next best thing.
It's great to be able to just hit the clubs and, get kind of a feel of how far you're hitting it.
There are an estimated 6 million golfers in Canada, one of the most popular recreational sports in the country. But people do business on the course too.
If you take the guy out golfing, then he's maybe more apt to be your client than the next guy.
I've seen contracts out in the lounge. So
after the golf game.
After the golf game.
Businesses used to be able to write off part of the green fees, but in 1971 the Liberal government said it was being abused. So the rules changed, and business on the golf course is no longer tax exempt.
His shot scores!
But there is a tax break to conduct business at a hockey game, on the tennis court, even for entertaining a client at a strip club. Bill Brown, who owns a golf course in the Gatineau Hills, says it's a matter of fairness.
We'll generate more business and we'll create more revenue and pay more taxes. And the main thing is it would be just fair.
Jeff Calderwood represents 2,500 golf courses in Canada, and he says it's hard for them to compete when other industries are getting tax breaks.
It's very much about those small businesses being penalized. And quite frankly, we can't sustain it any longer. Business is very tight now, and we can't have that kind of disadvantage that we've been sustaining over the years.
The debate has moved from the links to Parliament Hill.
They're already allowed entertainment expenses at various venues except for golf, and we're just asking that the fees for a golf course be included.
I would still argue that things like, for example, affordable housing would be a higher priority.
Golf is far from a priority, even for a finance minister who loves the game.
We'll look at all of these things as part of the budget, but to Canadians, I would say do not anticipate further tax deductions this year.
But with the federal budget expected soon, the golf industry will continue to drive home its message, hoping it will sink in. Lori Graham, CBC News, Ottawa.
Attawapiskat received its first new home this weekend. Still, no one can move in